Hello everyone, and today we're excited to dive into our special case study interview format. Today we're speaking with one of our very first users at Rask. It's Lucas. A few months ago, Lucas, you mentioned being a heavy Rask user. So in one of LinkedIn comments, and we were really inspired, and we decided to make a case study with you. So you have a very rich experience with our product, so it will be very insightful and very great journey. So let's get started. So hi, Lucas.
Hey Maria, thanks for having me. I'm so proud to be the first interviewer or your guest, so nice to be here.
Yeah, we are very delighted to see you, and we are happy to see your support on social media. We see your comments very often. It's very great, and we like it, to be honest. So, considering you are really one of the pioneer of our users, please tell us about yourself, about your company, your position. So, take a mic.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you once again. Okay, so it's very simple. We run our own internet television. That means that we produce a lot of online content. We're all about production, so we produce simple little videos, from simple little videos to longer formats, up to live action series. And we're really focused on creating infotainment, that means, or edutainment, like content that is quality content, that has information, but it's also entertaining. And we have been doing this for years. And I have a team of directors, producers that I am in charge of. I'm a chief producer. Our company is called Fameplay, but it doesn't really matter. We just produce content, and not only our own content, but we also produce content for our clients and partners. We mainly, cooperate with sport organizations like Olympic teams, sport teams, and culture, and single or individual creators that create their content. And yeah, that's like in a nutshell what we are. What we do, we run about 100 of channels on 8 platforms. So wow. It's a lot of content and a lot of distribution, managing in our hands. And Rask has come in a very specific moment where we were just, wondering what we're going to do with our little market, because we come from a Czech Republic. Czech Republic is 10 million of people. It's a little market, and there's only 10 million people speaking Czech here. So obviously our content, if it's a quality content, it's not a mainstream content. So it had that crisis because we just hit the ceiling and we couldn't distribute anywhere else because we couldn't afford it. So Rask was a solution for localizing or globalizing our content.
So that sounds really fantastic, and thanks for introduction and for choosing Rask. What drove you to select our product for your needs? Because we have huge competitors, but I know we're the best. But of course, some companies there exist also. Why you chose us?
Yeah, you're the best. I can confirm. Not only like technology-wise, but also I like your philosophy, which I learned a little bit, later. Because first of all, Rask was just a tool, one-step solution. But I learned about your, approach towards edutainment, education, and I love it because that's our DNA too. So how did we choose Rask? You know what, Maria, we're still testing a lot of tools. We, at the beginning of this year, we just decided not to turn our backs to AI, but to face it and try to get the most out of it for audiovisual production. And so we systematically started to test tools. Like, it's time consuming because not all the tools are working. Not all if they're good, they're usually down or overwhelmed, have troubles, and are not available some moments. And it takes minutes and hours. But we decided to do it. So we spent nights during the working days. We spent nights on testing it. And we came across Rask in one of those aggregators. I think it was AI Arena or AI Tools Arenas. And it was mentioned, Rask was mentioned there. So we tested it, and it was the first tool that combined all the steps of localization or globalization, the content together. So it was the first time that someone combined transcript, translate, and overdubbing. And we were one of the first users, I guess, so we gave a lot of feedback. You guys didn't have like multi-speaker support, not even talking about lip sync, but it was like a future that was too far ahead. And
yeah,
so we
and now lip sync is on beta, so
uh-huh.
So you can try it.
Yeah, and we did try it like a month ago. Anton, your CTO or CPO, he shared a private beta with us, and so we helped to to feedback. So yeah, so we're still testing the other tools on the market. We still work with HeyGen. We also look closely. 11 Labs is doing in dubbing. You guys are using it for voice cloning. But they're also trying to enter this field of dubbing. I think they're too proud of themselves to, they launched a product that is not suitable for dubbing because you cannot edit the transcript and translate. So none of the players has reached the quality of Rask, and you just keep improving it, adding multi-speakers, adding the possibility to edit the time codes, and also the change that you introduced, the change in pricing, was really relieving for us because now you hit the dubbing button once, twice, 3 times, and you pay just once, and it wasn't like that before.
Yeah, it's a new feature, new update, so we keep going, and it's we just only started, as you know. Let's see what we will make and how we will make it. So it will be awesome. I can tell you more. So thanks for sharing your answers. So and giving you diverse types of content, and I assume it's you adapt to many languages. What features and tools you use at Rask AI? So what do you like the most? What's the best for you?
We use the main feature of Rask. That means the one-stop solution like transcript, translate, overdubbing with voice cloning, and we're testing the lip sync. And thanks to that, I also have infographics for today's interview, Maria. It's on paper though. It's on paper.
Okay.
This is what we do. This is what we do with Rask. See, we start with the episode in Czech. Then we turn it to English, where we get rid of, in translations, we get rid of idioms and things that are complicated with further translation. And then we go to different language mutations, and then we distribute it. We also generate shorts from every single episode that we have. We're testing your tool, but it's not there yet. It's not suitable for like everyday work. But as soon as you have it, the complete distribution chain will be completed because shorts and their distributions is like the last step that we need to automate. Yeah, so we mainly use the main function. We were playing with the masking, but it doesn't have a case for us yet.
Thanks for sharing this workflow. I saw this picture on your LinkedIn today, so we will post it in our blog post in this case study, so we will use it, of course. So how many members of your team are regularly using Rask, and what pricing plan you chose? How many people are involved in this process? And you didn't mention how many languages you chose for localizing. So the first one is Czech language. So and I assume it's maybe English and maybe German, maybe French, but maybe it's more. So
yeah, it is. We mainly focus on the biggest markets. It's still in this scheme. Spanish, Portuguese, German, Russian, and French. We launched French like a few weeks ago, like a French YouTube channel. Maria, we're sort of punks, and as we're pioneers, we're sharing one account at Rask, and there's like 6 of us, and we've been dubbing over 3,000 minutes, I guess, or 2,000 minutes. It's a lot of minutes, and yeah, there's like 6 or 7 of us sharing it, and we always have a local, person speaking the given language to correct the translations, because it's not 100% perfect, but I have to say that the translations are like 95, 96, 99%. They're so accurate. We do a double check with DeepL and Google Translator, so we don't end up in some kind of a big mistake. Sometimes we have mistakes, but for testing the market, this is like the ultimate tool. You can test whatever market you think it's suitable for your content, and once you test it and you see what market reacts the best, then you focus on the market and you improve the quality of the translations, and you can still do it with Rask, because that's what we do.
What challenges did you face before you met us? So what was the main challenge? And maybe now, after using Rask, you have some wow metrics, maybe some super success. Maybe you can share with us some numbers, maybe some insights about revenue, I don't know, about something that you can share, and I think it will be very useful for small companies and for huge enterprise to understand that we can help. We do a lot of things that can help you to dive into the big world.
The size of the audience is like crucial for whatever content you make. That's obvious. In the end, you're trying to make money on it so you can put it back in the production and run the cycle. So what our situation back in January and February was like that we hit the ceiling of the Czech market, and we were like, okay, we probably have to shut down some of the shows because we don't have enough reach and enough money to keep it running, because we hit the ceiling, and not even Czech YouTube could be big enough for us to generate big enough YouTube money to cover the cost of the production. So the situation at the beginning of the year was pretty sad for me as a producer that tries to produce quality content and edutainment. And then several things happened. One of our shows, the main ones that I was, that is basically using this distribution scheme nowadays, started to run well on Czech YouTube. So we focused on it, and then we met Rask, and we started, that's another sample of infographics for you today.
Wow. You prepared awesome. Our design team will be happy.
Yeah, say hi to Maria and Anton. So this is Život je slavný. That's the 10-minute biographies show in Czech, and it started to be popular and gained over 100,000 subscribers. So we started to translate it and overdub it to English first with Rask, and it was back in, look, it says 31st of March we started this channel. And then from that on, we started these other 5 language channels. That's the ones that I named. But the thing is, and your question was about the success. The thing is that it took only 3 months until these 4 channels started to be monetized on YouTube. And in order to monetize on YouTube, you had to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time. And we reached it in 3 months. And that's something unusually quick and fast. And that, proves the theory that we do a quality content, and that there's a room for quality content in different language markets. We've earned like our first $50. So it's not enough for, not even for drinks for the whole team, but it's a sign for me, as a producer, that this is the way. And we have to be persistent and give it a year at least. And instead of having one channel that's monetized, hopefully we have 5 or 6 of them in a year. So that's a way for a little independent producer or a big producer, like we have hundreds of channels. So if we do this with every of our show that is suitable for overdubbing, not every show is suitable for that, we can improve the revenue, and we can be more safe with our production of edutainment. So that's our numbers. $50, see?
From $50.
No, I'm just kidding or smiling around that. But the point is the principle that we wouldn't be able to do this. And there's the detail to it, that the show is still has the same sound of the voice of the original narrator. We didn't have to change it. We didn't have to go back to the editing room. We do it all online in Rask. So we can afford it. Otherwise, years ago, we couldn't afford this, hire voice talent and hire all the people around it.
So you're lucky to meet us and we're lucky to meet you. So it's win-win.
Yeah.
I have some more questions, maybe few. Have you observed any particular feedback from your users, from your clients, since introducing Rask in your process, your content creation process?
We have, most of the feedback is positive because people like the stories in the languages. We have good stories. The 10-minute biographies is a really good format. So the feedback is that they like the stories and they talk about maybe mistakes in the narrations that thanks to translations we do. And I admit that we have some mistakes in translations. But they don't, none of it, maybe one commentary or one post was about someone hearing AI in the voice, but there's no complaint about it. We make ourselves clear. We claim it on the YouTube channel that this is generated with thanks to Rask with AI, so people know that this is AI generated translation, but they don't complain about it at all. The thing is, what they notice is the speed. Sometimes the speed goes really high, and because we started so early, all the things that Rask couldn't do at that time, they are still left in the translations of the first episodes. But what the hell, we were testing the market. So as we move on, we try to improve it. As Rask improves itself, the results are improving too.
Happy to hear it, and of course you don't need to delete it because you reach so many views, and keep it keep it for history. So, and what about your internal team? Guys are happy about implementing Rask, so maybe they have some interesting stories about this product. I don't know, maybe no, but maybe yes, maybe you can share something.
I don't have it here ready to show it, and it would make sense more in Czech language, but we have a file that we call Rask Moments, and Rask Moments is screenshots, it's many screenshots of how the original text was captured, transcripted, and then translated, and there are so many hilarious moments when something is captured wrong and then translated word by word and making such a joke at the end that this would be our feedback. Sometimes it's giving us a hard time, but technically there are two things that we would love Rask to focus on, and one is on-screen graphics, like when you have let's say it's a 10-minute biography, so you have to put the name of the person, maybe some basic facts on the screen, and Rask cannot do this at this moment, like to help you translate the text on the screen. And also, we used to cut from footage with voiceover to footage from, let's say, already finished film with a synchron, with someone talking in it. And we don't want to translate it. Let's say it's an episode about Adolf Hitler, and you're narrating his story, and you're covering it, B-roll shots, and then you want to cut into his big interview, or he's giving a speech, and you don't want to translate that, right? You want to leave it original. But what Rask does, it either wants to translate it or deletes it from the voice track or from the audio track. So these are two things that we would love for you to improve.
Thanks for this feedback. So, and one of the most common questions, like for our future users about recommendations, would you recommend, Lucas, would you recommend Rask AI? You told me what we can improve, but for now, could you recommend it?
Like the main reasons that I would use for recommendation Rask, because there's no doubt I would recommend Rask. We're in a situation, I would like to point this out because that might be important. We either work with our own content and we globalize our own content, or we globalize content of our clients that we either make for them or they make by themselves. And so we want to be in touch with Rask also in between our clients, being that servicing agency for our clients. But the main reasons that I would recommend Rask for is, one is affordability. I think that the pricing is really well done, and I hope it's sustainable for you guys, because, you know, I really love the paying only once for redubbing. That was really smart, and I was pushing for it real hard, so I'm glad that you decided to do that.
We're happy to have this feature, this update also. So thanks. Yeah, people love it.
Second is the speed of your you know, when I give feedback, or maybe it was because it was at the beginnings, you guys maybe had more time, but I always get an answer. I always get a solution, and I feel like it's a very friendly atmosphere, not anonymous. So that's the second thing. And overall quality of the output every time improving is like so obvious that because if something is wrong today, I know that it's going to be fixed next week. The speed of the improvements, I'm living that story with you. That's the speed of improvement of the technology is really amazing. So these are three main reasons I would recommend Rask.
Thanks a lot, Lucas. So I'm very happy to hear your story. I'm happy to know about your experience a little bit more, because I see you only on social media, and now I'm here with you. I'm very thankful for your insights, and I hope you enjoyed our chat today. Thanks for joining me today. So, and I hope now I'm telling not only for you, but for all our users, guys, come to chat with me, with our team. I hope that these warm interviews and this conversational case study format becomes mainstream for our blog. So we have many interesting companies we want to spotlight here. So thanks, Lucas, again. See you soon, maybe in offline or in online. So happy to meet you. If you want to tell something for team, or maybe for, you can say hello to everybody. All the world will hear you in 130 languages if you want. So you can start.
Just thank you for being there, for doing such a wonderful job. I think you guys are much more ahead than the big players, and I hope that none of the big players is going to swallow you and turn you into a corporate company. Because I love the spirit, I love the mission, Maria's and the team's mission to, you know, spread the edutainment. And please let us be on board as long as possible, and let us know about the updates and betas. We want to give you feedback and test it on our content as much as we can. So keep up the good work, and, you know, enjoy the ride.
Okay, we will have this success together. So, ciao.
Ciao.